Hi guys, I just want to talk about the Sharge grip. Now, I saw this online and I thought this is a pretty cool, nifty device. And I own another hand grip as well, which I absolutely swear by. But I saw this one, and this one's a little bit different. It's obviously got some cool functions, and it's got the integrated power bank, which I thought was really neat. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go, and I'm gonna pick this one up, and I'm gonna do my review on it. Now, I didn't actually get to take it out in the real world because Sharge and I didn't actually make it that far. And basically, what made me nervous with this product from the get-go, like it only took me a couple minutes to realize this, and that's the actual hand grips here. As you see, it folds in and out really nicely, which is pretty cool. I like that rather than just having them stick out like that and get in the way of things. So you can actually put this in your bag nicely. But I mean, the problem here is the grip itself fails at that. So most grips that you see when you see the arms when they stick out, they actually have a nice little lip that goes over the phone to kind of like pull it, to hold it in from not, I guess, pulling out. So it didn't have that, which was a little bit concerning. So it just, I guess it's just got those flat arms, and then that's it. Now, that wouldn't be such a problem if this mechanism on the bottom here, there's no resistance in it. So as you can see, my finger's just tapping it away, and it's got zero resistance. So when you've got zero resistance on the bottom one, plus no lip to hold the phone in, it's a recipe for disaster. Now, as you hold the grip, as you can see in my hand, your natural way of holding the grip, you see your fingers tend to pull the grip in towards your palm. And as you do that, your palm kind of pushes the phone back the other way. So in some ways, you could just slide this off. So if you're, I guess, running or whatever, or doing a light jog and you're filming an action shot, or, you know, there's a lot of movement, it can actually just flop out. The phone could just easily flop out from the front and from the side, as you can see, because there's no real support in the actual grip itself. And that's the most concerning part out of this whole thing. So that's my biggest issue. So the grip is a zero in terms of in gripness. So the next issues that I had, now I think this is just Android related, because obviously Apple's it's just one camera app, so they're able to probably integrate it easier, whereas Android uses probably different algorithms for the apps and settings and whatnot. So it's hard to integrate all of these functions into that. So take that as, you know, note that it could be different. So I wouldn't recommend this for an Android, probably. I wouldn't give it a go, but it's, yeah. So the things that I had the issue with is the zooming in and zooming out functions. The button itself, it seems a little bit cheap. So I'm always fighting. So when I'm trying to zoom in or zoom out, there's a middle button, so you tend to press it at the same time because it only takes like a little bit of a light touch. And so when you're zooming in, you tend to lock it up. So you're kind of fighting with it, and it's just a little bit cumbersome. So I think that should have been a little bit better integrated, or they should have just separated that middle button so you don't press it. So you're just sliding backwards and forwards, and that would have probably been a much easier use of that button for your, you know, when you're trying to zoom in and out. The other issue that I have with the zoom in and zoom out, now I tested this on my Sony Xperia, which you can see is what I'm using, and the zoom in and zoom out on the Sony Xperia, it did work. So you can zoom in and zoom out, it was fine. Now on my Pixel, it actually zoomed in, zoomed out, and then it tends to lock up. So it zooms in and zooms out for a little bit, but then it just locks up the screen, and then you got to touch the screen to unlock it for some reason. I don't know why, but once, like I said before, I think it's just an integration issue because Androids are obviously harder to integrate to take into account all phones. So on those two phones that I tested it on, I did have issues. The other issue I had was with the middle button. As you can see, I'm pressing it, and it's supposed to change the focal lengths. Now, it actually doesn't on the Sony Xperia. It doesn't do it at all. Now, on my Pixel, it doesn't change the focal length. It just changes from the camera setting to the panoramic setting, which is odd. So it doesn't change from wide angle to normal lens. It just changes to a panoramic and it stays there. It gets stuck. So it doesn't even change backwards and forwards. So that was the issue that I had with that. The other issue I had is with the shutter button. Now on the Sony Xperia, once again, you can see it. I'm pressing it and it just flickers the camera. It doesn't even do anything. I'm holding it and it just locks it in. So it literally does nothing on the Sony Xperia. On the Pixel, it actually does take the shot and it does video record when you hold it down. So it's a hit and miss with Android. It's probably integrated for, probably maybe Samsung maybe. But when you're looking at all Androids, it's probably going to be a hit and miss. So I can assume that it's for, it will probably be better integrated for Apple. The other issue I had, the power bank works fine, but when you plug this USB-C, I don't like how this cord just sticks out so much. What they should have done is they should have made it angled down. Now, I know that they're going to say that it's not designed to do this, but I mean, wouldn't it have been really good to be able to use the hand grip at the same time as you're powering it? Now, as you can see, this cord is so long, like it just makes it so much harder to just use. And I know what everyone's going to say. They're going to say that you're not supposed to use it at the same time with the cord attached. But I mean, wouldn't that have been a good idea to just have it angled down, discreetly coming down the phone and have it plugged in as an angled plug and just be able to use it and hold it at the same time and have that cord go the other way underneath rather than sticking out. So it was a real missed opportunity to create something that I guess ticked all the boxes. Like there's no point of having this power bank now when I can just carry my own and carry my phone properly, because this doesn't even work as a grip properly. And there are so many other options out there that are more better suited than this, to be honest. This fails on all fronts. Now, I actually have another grip, which isn't a power bank, but I mean, I'll show you guys what I mean in terms of functionality, like what you get out of that grip. It goes far and beyond. This one just goes, it takes steps backwards. The ideas are there, but it's just not well thought out of. Like on paper it was all good, but they should have just polished everything off. Like this thing just fails everywhere, like on the grip, on the functionality. I mean, like I don't even know how this passed anything, to be honest. Like it's a good power bank, but of course, but I mean, other than that, it's not good for anything else. Probably a weapon maybe. You got this long cord that you could probably swing around and hit someone in the head with, but other than that, there's no use for this other than the power bank. Now, like I said, there's a better alternative and I'll let you guys know in the description, but as far as I'm concerned, the Sharge grip is a fail, and that's the verdict. This shouldn't be passed as a grip, because you're probably most likely going to lose your phone. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Maybe you already own one and maybe you swear by it. That's fine. But for my I guess review on the item, I would not recommend this. Like I wouldn't even give this away as a gift. I mean, unless you really hated them, that's about it. But other than that, that's my verdict, and I'll see you guys in the next one.